Hey traders, very warm welcome to. So if you're new to currency trading, you want to know how to read a currency quote. Pretty valuable, pretty key to know. So let's look at some examples. Let's look at the simple basics of reading a currency quote. Okay, let's pick just three of the big major ones out there, and we'll go through and make an example in a second and talk about what I'm actually writing here. So euro, US dollar, and then we're going to use US dollar, Japanese yen, and then we're going to use GBP USD. So what have I written down here? What does it mean? What is it all about? So what I'm saying here now is the currency on this side is what's known as the base currency. Okay, and when you're trading currencies, you're always trading them in relation to another currency. You never buy, a currency outright. You're always buying it with another currency, so you're buying one and selling the other. So you're always trading a pair of currencies, buying one, selling another. So you're looking for the relationship between the two. So what we've got here is three letters which denote the currency that you're trading. EUR is euro, USD is United States dollar, JPY Japanese yen, and GBP is Great British pound, a Great British pound. We've got other ones like AUD, Australian dollar, NZD, New Zealand dollar, etc. These will start to become natural to you to know what the names and the currencies are, as they are with stock traders with the tickers for stocks. But you can always look them up if you're not so sure. So what do we get? So we've got a quote here, and I'm going to make these numbers up. These aren't market quotes, but let's just say we have a quote here of 1.32, we have a quote here of 102.5, and we have a quote here of let's go with 58. Right, what exactly does that mean? Now, bearing in mind, we would also, if we're looking at a currency broker, spread betting broker, CFD broker, whatever it may be, we would have what's called a bid and an ask. And I'm going to go through this in a second, but I'm just going to put it in now because it's very crucial for us to get this. And this is not going to be correct, but we'll get an idea. So we have a currency quote here, and what is it telling us? It's basically telling us for one of the base currency, for €1, how many US dollars do I get? So if I have €1, how many US dollars do I get? And the answer to that is I get 1.32 US dollars. My pen is starting to run out here. Okay, then I look at this one, I say I've got a US dollar JPY quote, and it's coming out at 102.5 to 102.6. That's my bid, that's my offer. We'll go through that in a second. But what does that actually mean? It basically means that for one of our base currency, $1 US, I get back 102.5 Japanese yen. So what do we look on the final one? Great British pound US dollar. For £1 sterling, I get $1.58. Okay, if we buy the currency, if we go long the currency, we're going long the base currency and we're selling the secondary currency. So let's say we're going long GBP USD. Okay, what we're doing is we're buying pound and selling dollar. Our expectation is that the pound will appreciate in value compared to the dollar. So we're buying pound. If we wanted to buy dollar, we'd say, okay, let's buy the US dollar JPY. We think that the US dollar is going to appreciate against the Japanese yen. Or the flip side is we could say, okay, let's sell this pair. If we sell this pair, we are buying the dollar and we're selling the pound. Okay, always remember that the base currency is what you're buying. The second one is what you're selling. If you're going long and you're buying going long, if you're going short, it flips it on its head, which brings us nicely to this bid and ask situation. Now, when we see a broker and currency quote, we're going to see two quotes, and this isn't correct really because we're going to have probably more decimal places after each of these. This would be a quite expensive broker who was charging us this kind of money, but for this example, it will make sense. Okay, and what is that telling us? Especially saying, listen, let's just look at pound US dollar. If we want to go long pound US dollar, and we want to buy the pound against the dollar. Bear in mind, we could buy the pound against the yen, or we could buy the pound against another currency, but we've chosen to buy it. We think it's going to appreciate more against the dollar. We're going to get this quote, this 1.58 to 1.59. So 1.58 to 1.59, the bid and the ask. If we want to buy that, we're going to have to buy on the ask. And we talked about this kind of before, but this is a quick refresher. If we want to sell that, so go to that example there, we want to buy pounds. We're going to buy pounds, it's on the first one, and we're going to get for our money, for our £1, we're going to get 159 $1.59, and we're going long the pound by doing that. So what's going to happen is, if, for example, now the quote goes up to 2.00, what have we done? Because we are long the pound, we have made the difference in that, which is whatever percentage wise that will be. It's going to be 410 pips, but 0.41 cents. Let's just put it in that. Let's not talk about pips for now, let's talk about cents. 0.41 cents. We've made that. Great, fantastic. And now we can sell our pounds, and we're going to get back the difference between the two. So that's how we're making our money. If we want to take a different trade completely, let's say we wanted to go short this, so we'd be going short the pound against the dollar, then this is the number we're looking at. This is the bid, 1.58. That's what we get on our broker platform. That's what we could sell at. So the difference between the two is the spread. That's the one we would sell, and then hopefully we'd be hoping that the pound would depreciate against the dollar. Let's say it went down to 1.48. We've made a good 10 cents on that. We'd buy that back, that trade back, buy those pounds back to a neutral position. We've made 10 cents multiplied by our position size. We've done very nicely out of the trade. But the key things to remember, guys, are that, listen, it can get confusing in terms of what am I buying, what am I selling. You're always buying your base currency if you're going long against your other currency, and the quote you're seeing is for one unit. So how many pounds, how many US dollars do I get for £1? So £1 buys me that many US dollars. 1 unit buys me that many. 1 unit buys me that many. So that's the main thing to remember. And remembering that you're always buying the base currency. So you're expecting that base currency to appreciate against the other currency on the other side of the quote. Hope that helps, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comments below for any of your thoughts and comments or suggestions for other videos as well. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.